you visit Kashmir, it is almost impossible not to get lost in its beauty. I spent the last week traveling through the valley, meeting so many inspiring people, especially the youngsters who have been sharing their dreams and aspirations with me. And the journey of discovering Kashmir continues this week. Located only a stone's throw away from Dal Lake in Srinagar lies this cafe, Winterfell. Does the name ring a bell? Here's a clue. It's inspired by a television fantasy drama. The interiors sport a medieval-era brick and wood theme. The artwork is all Game of Thrones related. There's even a mock Iron Throne. The place makes you believe that Kashmir is like any other thriving modern region in India. The youth here are interested in exactly the same things as young people in other parts of the world. It's not surprising that the quirky cafe has quickly become a hotspot for students, writers, travelers, and artists alike. Singer and songwriter Nargis Khatun is a regular at this cafe, both as a customer and a performer. With many restrictions imposed due to the coronavirus pandemic, she is live streaming her concerts to connect with her listeners from this cafe. Nargis usually teams up with Asif. The pair has done 5 online concerts so far.
Since the last few years, people are coming forward in every art form, be it painting, singing and everything. So it's better that way, but I think it's the social media actually giving us a platform right now.
Nargis keeps sharing her music on Instagram and Twitter, and she has a growing fan base.
I was around 3,000 something on Instagram, so I'm very close to 7,500. Please make it 10k. Or Twitter, I had 200 followers on Twitter. Now there are 3,500. And my Facebook page also gained a lot of reach. Like there's a video on my Facebook page that got over 11k views, and I never thought, like I used to get 110 views.
Forced to cancel a major tour because of the pandemic, Nargis decided to create a concert-like experience online. In a short span of time, some big names from the film industry have started following her and are encouraging her to chase her dreams.
One fine day I happened to do a cover of Ali Sethi's one song. I think he liked it and he reposted it on his Instagram stories, and then people started flooding from different countries because he has a very strong fan base. And then some 2 weeks back, Ali Zafar retweeted a video of me on Twitter. And then the next day I was still in the shock and thinking about why did it happen, how did it happen, and I just got a notification, oh, Sushmita Sen retweeted my video. I was like, oh my god.
As a young child, she would perform in her school functions. And later, in radio programs, she started learning the basics of Indian classical music as a teenager and has gone on to perform in various states in India. But social media has helped her reach out to a much wider audience.
This is so cool. I've come to see a live music performance in Srinagar. This is Nargis and her friend Asif playing on guitar. and they're streaming this performance live to a university in Punjab. So there's over 20 people right now that are commenting and they're sending song requests online. So although they're on lockdown here, they're still finding ways to share their music. And it's beautiful.
Spending some time with Nargis and Asif has done me a world of good. Their energy is infectious and they are so upbeat about their future. And even though I can't follow the lyrics, hearing them sing has been amazing. That's the power of music, isn't it? Before I leave this cool cafe, I thought I would say hello to the owner. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that he would be a die-hard Game of Thrones fan.
This place was made with an intention that it won't just be a place to have food, but a place wherein you can socialize, enjoy, and see a side of Kashmir that is missing. So back in 2016, like it's been 4 years, we started this place on a Sunday with a thing that every Sunday will be dedicated for a Kashmiri, wherein he can do his, her thing, any form of art. So 3 years down the line, 180 events, things I believe went quite okay for us.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Over the last 2 years, entrepreneurs like KAMRAN have been trying to popularize the cafe culture in Srinagar, a city that so far is bereft of multiplexes or nightlife.
When you live in a place like Delhi, you don't get to see like a lot of greenery and this beautiful scenery, because there's always like this apartment and cars and roads. Yeah. But when you come to Kashmir, the air gets better and the scenery gets more beautiful and people are actually a lot nicer.
I am a Swede who has been living in India for about 6 years now. As I hang out here with this young bunch, I feel at home, exactly like I would in either New Delhi or back home in Stockholm. Kashmir, you continue to amaze me. I'm not an early riser, but the residents of Kashmir clearly are. And as they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I'm up before sunrise to visit a traditional bakery. These are hugely popular here. Everyone visits them to fetch bread for their morning tea. I've heard about many different types of bread that are baked in the valley, and this small local shop has got just what I'm looking for.
Almost every neighborhood in Kashmir has its own khandarvaz, a bakery. The local residents here have different breads for different times of the day. The most popular bread on offer in this khandarvaz is the girda, a soft yet crispy bread enjoyed with tea.
Look at the speed at which this khandur is churning out bread. People are picking up baskets of bread one after the other. I wonder which are the most popular breads.
Kashmiri roti girda. हाँ, उसके बाद लवासा और उसके बाद चचूरू. हाँ, उसके बाद कुलचा. उसके बाद बाकर खानी.
You don't make the bread with the harissa. Is that winter time only?
Winter time.
The harissa wala.
Harissa wala. हाँ.
Oh, you're selling also these ones? Where's your shop? Just here. These are really yummy, huh? Girda? You eat yourself with tea? You have for breakfast also?
No, I just one bread and one tea.
With tea only? Huh. It's crispy and it's soft at the same time.
I love bread, and this gives me just another reason to love being here. I'm sure by the time my trip is over, I would have sampled all the breads that are made in Srinagar and gained more than a few pounds in the process. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm off to my next destination, the floating wholesale vegetable market. farmers markets are all the rage these days, and I'm going to one that's both unique and spectacular, on the back channels of the Dal Lake. This is where Kashmiri farmers trade their fresh produce with each other early in the morning. I've tied up with one of them to see how the market functions. Bilal Ahmed, a boat owner, is taking me to meet Mustafa, who's been selling vegetables here for many decades. Our boat is surrounded by greenery. Huge leaves of various aquatic plants cover the surface of the lake. I can see many lotus flowers and white water lilies blooming. Though some bits of the lake has clear water, but most of it is covered with algae. The sun isn't out yet, and there's a nip in the air. I'm not a poet, but the Dal Lake, particularly at this time of the day, is sheer poetry. As far as my eye can see, the lake is dotted with small houseboats. I too am staying in one such boat. There are shops selling all kinds of goods. And then there's the gentle sound of oars hitting the water. Hilal negotiates these narrow channels like a pro. Just look at this tall grass and these marshes. As we approach the floating market, one of the largest of its kind in Asia, the sky starts catching the first light of dawn. The timing couldn't have been any better. I love photography, and this place is a shutterbug's haven. There's so much energy and frantic activity. With their boats laden with vegetables, these farmers are just getting ready to start their day. One has to be very careful about not being hit by the oars or the boats, which jostle for space in the middle of the lake. I want to be a part of this remarkable experience. I volunteered to help Mustafa sell his produce today.
Kitna 2 kilo Torella? 50 rupees.
50s.
100 rupees. No, 100 rupees.
100 rupees. 100
Good
rupees.
price. 100 rupees. 2 kilo. 2 kilo. 2 kilo Torella. Okay. Ah, बढ़िया बढ़िया. Ah, बस 50. Ah, this side. Oh, okay, बढ़िया बढ़िया. You pay money to the boss. That's okay.
Okay.
It gets a little bit extra. We have to be fast in the wholesale market. 10 kilos. Wow. We were lucky, boss. We're selling everything. It's too much. We're being very kind, sir. He's getting too much. What is 50? 25 rupees. No, 50. 50. We quickly made friends. I tried to sell it for twice the price that he was asking for to give him some extra money, but I think what ended up happening was that I pretty much gave his produce away.
These sellers have been here for decades, and before them, their forefathers. Kashmiris have been trading like this for almost 200 years. They gather every day in the center of the lake at the crack of dawn. and wrap up just as sunlight hits the waters. The entire exercise only lasts about an hour.
जब से मैं पैदा हो गया हूँ तब से मैं इस मार्केट के बारे में सुनता चला आ रहा हूँ और वो उससे भी सदियों से वो मार्केट चला आ रहा है। जो हमारे मतलब बुज़ुर्ग लोग हैं वो भी इस मार्केट से सब्जियाँ उठाते थे और वो यहाँ पे फेरी करते थे। डल में जो लोग रह रहे हैं वो उनको घर घर जाके मतलब ये सब्ज़ी तरकारी बेच रहा है। तो उसी हिसाब से हम सवेरे जाते हैं 5 बजे, तो वहाँ से हम सब्जियाँ लाते हैं। यही सब्ज़ी हम बेच के फिर मतलब अपना घर रोटी रोज़ी चलाते हैं। हर रोज़ वहाँ पे 100, 150, 250 के बोट के करीब आता है वेजिटेबल मार्केट।
It's grown here is fully organic, I am told, as there are lots of nutrients in the lake.
This market has been operational for over a century and is only running in the summer months of the year. Some boatmen paddle for several kilometers each day to go and come back from the market. They bring their produce from their floating gardens, and once they are finished buying and selling, they proceed to sell these vegetables in different shops around Srinagar. It's a wonderful adventure to go out there first thing in the morning, and as soon as the sun breaks the mountains surrounding Srinagar, the market dissipates.
What an experience! This one I think I will be narrating to my grandchildren someday. I've seen Kashmir closely over the years. I love visiting Srinagar not only for its scenic beauty, but also for some amazing people that call it home. I've interacted with people from all walks of life and of all age groups. What's your favorite food? Your favorite dish?
MUSTAFA.
MUSTAFA? Okay. When I told my mother that I'm visiting Kashmir, she told me I must buy a pashmina shawl for her. So I'm planning to visit a young entrepreneur whom I've heard very good things about. 20-year-old MANSHA FAYAZ is passionate about Kashmiri handicraft. Her father is a handicraft merchant, and she has grown up around these talented craftsmen, watching them weave magic. Kashmiri handicrafts have acquired worldwide fame, be it carpets, shawls, wood carvings or papier-mâché. These handmade products are in great demand throughout the world, particularly in Europe. But these businesses are struggling to sustain locally. So MANSHA and her father are trying to restore some of their lost glory.
Like I want to design a little bit like youth, because my father is also doing, but now the style is a little bit different. Now people use more jean color or something like that, and they don't like flowers mostly, they like a little bit simple now. So I want to design it myself. I am trying to learn everything.
The pashmina shawl is such a versatile piece of garment and just so luxurious. Did you know that the process of making a Kashmir pashmina shawl starts with herding and rearing of pashmina goats at Changthang, a high-altitude cold desert in Ladakh? To survive the cold temperatures, these goats have a fine fleece under the thick outside fur. The pashmina is harvested during spring, when animals naturally shed their undercoat. It undergoes many centuries-old processes and techniques before landing in the hands of skilled weavers. However, during the coronavirus lockdown, selling these beautiful products was difficult for the manufacturers.
I'm helping my father because I understood in the lockdown that he has too much hard work, and I could help him, like if I could do it online. And if I would do it online, it will be better, because if we have a shop and we can sell this, we have to pay the shop rent and all that.
MANSHA believes that Kashmiri handicrafts need careful innovation and not aimless modernization to flourish in the contemporary world. For her, social media platforms and messaging apps have proven to be a boon, making it easier for her to market her goods.
I upload some pictures, like I just put it like this, I set up the shawls and I take a picture and I upload it on WhatsApp, on status, and then I got some order of 1 piece, 2 piece, 10 piece. If I think for a website, it would be hit because we have a lot of collection, different things, different designs, every color, and we have everything, not only shawl, coat, paper mache, caps, like we also have some rugs.
The handicrafts industry has really suffered due to the long lockdowns and the loss of tourism income. We have seen here a sample of how turning to online sales can provide additional income for families that are engaged in producing and selling these products. Perhaps there's room for other businesses too to start considering selling things online.
MANSHA may appear to be a bit shy and reserved, but her dreams are big. She wants her products to reach different parts of the world.
I have seen that online they give not good material, but we have a good material. If we would have a one order and anybody will take it, then he will see the material, work, everything. He would obviously like it because it's not fake. Like I have one customer, Patricia, she's from Switzerland. She gave me this design. It's her design, not my design. She gave me this design and I printed it. She wants me 5 colors to mix it with this, and it's simple.
She's committed to taking the crafts of Kashmir to customers far and wide. I'm so impressed by her dedication and vision. The participation of young people like her in traditional crafts is integral to keeping them alive. The region has so much to offer to the world. My journey of discovering Kashmir is far from over.